Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It feels good to be back to doing a sit down video, and I know I've not interacted with you guys, especially since this year started, and it's just because I was taking a short break. Not really a break, but it's just that I was taking time off, and that's it, not for any reason. And I've not done a sit down video like this one to talk to you like the way I'm doing right now, but I'm here. So before we start, I want to thank the returning subscribers, the new subscribers. Thank you for always watching my videos, and for the new subscribers, you're very welcome. And Happy New Year, guys. I know it's late, I know it's really weird for me to wish you Happy New Year, but Happy New Year. So in this video, I intended to do a video answering the questions you guys ask me, like in my DMs, anywhere, like when we're talking to someone, any question, general questions that are not based on relationships or anything. I meant to do this video last year, but procrastination happened. But here I am, and I want to do the video. Yeah, so I don't know how many questions I'll be able to tackle because I don't want the video to be so long, but let's just do the questions I've written here. I have like about 10. I intend to be very brief, so help me God, because when we start talking, we talk and talk and talk, and before we realize the video is running, just like I'm doing now, talking. So let's jump right into the video. So I get this question. I've just started with the question that I get too much, and I want to answer it here and now, because I won't keep on answering it on separate places, though don't get scared to ask. It's just so much always answering the same answer to the same question, you know. So where did you get your husband? Like I always say, I met my husband online. That's where we found each other. End of story. How did you travel to Germany amid Corona? Well, this I'll do it on a separate video, but it was really intense. But this, because it's a little too much detailed, I prefer to do it on a video separate from this one. Are you doing a white or a church wedding? A white or a church wedding, the truth of the matter is we've already done a wedding. I'm married. It's not a come we stay affair or something. We did the magistrate or the court wedding, the civil wedding, as you prefer to call it. So I really don't think there is any need to do another church wedding or another white wedding, because, well, I'd love to, but really there is no point. There is no new thing that we are going to get. We already got our marriage certificates, and that's all. Whether we do 10 more weddings, the certificate is still one. So if you're thinking of doing a wedding and you've already done a court wedding, just as I would advise, there is no need, not unless you want to do it as a celebration, but you won't get any other certificate. The one that you got in your first wedding, to that guy, okay, if you want to do it with someone else, that's a different case, but to that guy, you're not going to get a new certificate. It's the same whether you do the church wedding, the civil, the whatever wedding, as long as it's official, you only get one certificate. And when are you getting children? This is a question that I'm tired of answering. I'm tired of the speculations you guys always have. You're pregnant, why aren't you posting, and all that stuff. But I'm gonna tell you first, we're taking our time because we need to enjoy life as well. And I'm not saying that those who have children when they're young, they don't enjoy life, but that's just how we feel. We want to have children, but not at the moment. We want to do so many things. We want to travel, but that does not mean if we find out we're pregnant, we are not going to accept it. We're going to accept it. It's just that we're not prepared for the moment. So I'll say 1.5, 2 years from now, you can ask me that question. How is life in Germany? Are you intending to live there? Well, life in Germany, I'll say so good, because now I'm adopting. Not even I'm adopting. It's like I'm adopted. I've already adopted, if we can say. So life here is so good. I can say life here is good. I can't complain. And there are so many good things here. I'll come back and do a video of things I love about being in Germany and explain to you the different things that I've enjoyed so far being here, and yeah, we intend to live here if nothing like changes. But the good thing about the country, it's a very stable country, and yes, we'd like to live here. No doubt about that. You miss home, absolutely. I miss home. Like, who doesn't miss home? Life here might be so good, but east west, home is the best, guys. You must miss home. Whether your home was looking like a pit, whether your home was looking, whichever way your home was looking, east west, home is always the best. And yes, I miss home. The food, don't even start. How do you manage your funds amid the many taxes in Germany and also afford to have leisure and fun? Well, this is a very nice question. I'll say this. Without proper planning, nothing will ever be enough, even money. No matter how much you get, if you don't plan well for what you want, that's what I've learned over time. It will never be enough. So what we do, we let me talk about myself. Or what was the question? How do you manage, and how do you, I assume maybe me and my husband, or me, whichever way, we plan, we write down what we want to buy, what we want to achieve in the year, and we stick to that. Basically, there is nothing difficult about that. So we don't do impulse buying, though sometimes we do that, which we really like. We don't like doing that, nobody likes doing impulse buying or buying that was not planned. So we plan what we're gonna buy, we plan our goals, and just decide on what we're gonna do. And that's how we manage to have money for leisure and have money for other things, because it's simple. Just plan and just prioritize what you want to do first. If you know you want to do or embark on a serious business project, or just something that is so serious, you cannot go misusing money with alcohol and all those things that don't matter. So yeah, it's just about planning and priority. What comes first? If it's leisure that comes first, jump on it. But if it's other things that come first, prioritize them, stick to them, plan them, and don't waste money. How will you know if someone is meant for you? How will you know if someone is meant for you? Like, I assume it's the right. Well, this is what I always say. When you meet someone, when you talk to someone, when you relate to someone, when you associate to someone, you'll feel, because your heart is going to tell you that this guy, you'll feel, the heart always tells you. And this is something that I've realized over the years. Your heart always tells you. But because you want to put something different or a different notion about someone in your mind that is not true, listen, because you want to put a wrong notion about someone in your head, that's why you'll always have like an argument in yourself. Like, you feel your heart tells you something is wrong, but your mind is like, maybe this is just the way he is at the first time. Maybe this is the way he is this time. And you'll always try to justify what your heart tells you. So how will you know someone is right, the Mr. Right or Mrs. Right or whoever? Your heart is going to tell you. And what I say, listen to your intuition. It never lies. If it tells you something is wrong, something is definitely wrong. And let's not argue about that. I've experienced it. I've been with wrong guys. My heart always told me, even right before I jumped into the relationship, but because I hope and I'm praying that the person will change and the person will be the right person, I end up wasting time with that guy, and I'll see the wrong things that will happen in the course of the relationship, which they're not so new to me because I felt it from the beginning. But I decided I'll not listen because he might change, or if you're a man, she might change. So how will you know someone is right for you? Your heart will always tell you and will never lie to you. When is the right time to get married? If I'm so honest with you, I don't think there is a right time. For me, I used to say, I'll get married at 24, I'll settle down, I'll be having a job in the course of the year, and I'll be, those things that we plan. I'll get married at 24, I'll finish getting children at 27, and then I'll look like a fine mom and all that stuff. I wouldn't say there is any plan. Even getting pregnant, I wouldn't say there is any plan, because I tend to feel the most planned things, they just happen. They just happen. So for me, I got married at 20, was it 23? Yeah, I got married at 23, which I always say, when you meet the right person and you feel they're the right person, what are you waiting for? Of course, not when you're in primary school. Don't drag someone home and tell your parents, Mom, I met someone new and this is the person I want to spend. Not, of course, not that time. After you finished campus, uni, college, whatever, I would say, as long as you feel it's right for you, as long as it sits right with you, as long as you're where you want to be in life, and as long as there is nothing standing in between that, it's perfect. Like, you can just settle down with someone. As long as they are good people, don't just go settling down with someone because they smiled at you and they said they love you. How can one come to Germany? These are questions that I've received. Even now, I have DMs unopened of the same. I'll say this. It's so hard to ask someone how you can come to Germany or any other country, because everywhere, everything is different, you know? So, I don't know. I came here because my spouse was here. You might want to come here, but you're not married. So how do you come? Does it mean you can't come? You might want to come because you want to settle here. You might want to come because you want to do business. You want to go to school. So it's so different. So on terms of marriage, you just have to have your documents right. You just have to have everything as per what the embassy would want, your stamps right, your verifications right, everything right, and you apply for the visa. As long as all the information you've given is correct, as long as your spouse is capable of supporting you when you don't have the job, those are requirements. As long as you're married and it's official and your certificates are what do you say, they're original and everything, as long as you don't have fake documents. As per marriage, you're not married to anyone else, you just go apply for the visa, and it's quite simple, because if you give the right details for your spouse or whoever, they're going to follow up, and that's it. I can do a separate video on the family reunion visa, because this, I'm just answering the question, so I can do a separate video on that and explain in details what you need to do, because so many people ask, where will I do this, where will I do this? I can do that video. I write it down here so that I don't forget. Process. I like writing so that I don't forget. That's the only way we keep things in our hands, because like for me, I always forget too much. So yeah, you cannot ask someone, how do I come to Germany? There's so many ways on how you can come to Germany, so just figure out what you want to do. And again, if you even write to them, they're going to send you back to the official website. So this is what I would say. Do your research, do enough research, because for me, I used to research, I used to read, I used to ask even people who are here on terms of the specific way, not just ask someone, how will I come? Of course, there's so many different ways. Which one do you want to use? Or why are you coming? That's the question. So yeah, just go to the official website for any country. I think they have their websites. Read about how you can travel as per your reason, as per your intention for travel, and everything will be okay. Or just send an email and ask, because they always reply. At least that's something I've seen good about the Germany embassy and also the Hungarian embassy. They always reply. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around up to here. If you've watched it up to here, thank you so much. You're the real bomb. You're the bomb.com. So thank you for watching. Ensure you like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that every time I post a video, you'll be among the first people to watch it. And this year, I would like to encourage you guys, don't get tired of doing whatever it is that you're doing. Don't get tired of working wherever you're working. Your goals, keep them first, and above all, let's keep on praying. I never say this here, but it's only through prayer, because God holds it all for us. That's it, guys. Have a good night from anywhere you are, everywhere we're watching from. Have a good night and let's meet on the next video. Tschüssi.